So here we are at 3563 Old Canejo, and we're going to do a design walkthrough of what our current design is looking like here. Switching over to the computer model here, we're going to keep flying in, and I think the first thing I wanted to point out is as we just look at this lobby, new lobby from the outside, which we're going to fly into, is it starts to look like a really attractive space in here. So again, just starting to think about our glass, I'm wondering about the cost of um, changing out this glass so we don't get the heat gain and maybe can reduce some of the mirror effect on it so we could actually see into this space as it starts to look really nice from the outside. It can start to be something that draws people in and is attractive, and maybe we want to look for other ways to reduce that heat gain besides the mirror effect, just to give a little bit more visibility going into the inside. So let's go on in and check this out. So coming in, looking at this wall here is kind of like a display wall for the tenant with a logo and some product info, and then trying to create just a really nice reception desk. I just wanted to turn on our scale figure there as we tour this space. So we've got a seating area over on this side, and this is just really conceptual layout just to kind of show what it would look like furnished, and with a little coffee bar area and some more display areas, seating. And I was starting to look at bringing in that polished concrete floor potentially for this space, which I think is really nice, with maybe some rugs, some throw rugs to kind of soften it up a little bit, and what that space would look like from our reception desk. So I think the size of this and the layout of it works really well. This is going to be a really nice space with some new lighting. So let's head on back into the office space. And as we move down the hall, we've got offices on the right, our electrical room on the left, and then we have this new storefront that's going to be this transparent but closed off HVAC wise into the warehouse space. And let's take a look at this new lobby area, lounge area, sorry, as part of the warehouse. So some of the features here, I was just looking at potentially just like a stained floor just to give some delineation there. I opened up this corner a bit just to give it some interest, some simple interest. It's pretty inexpensive to do, looks nice, and also I think just gives it a little bit more presence from this far part, this side of the warehouse. You can still feel like that lounge is not like this alcove niche, but is really a little bit more open to that warehouse space. And I think would be cool with this prow kind of sticking out here. And functionally, you can come in from this side and not have to come around the blind corner there. So anyway, just gives it some interest and a little bit more openness. So let me know what you think of that. And again, concrete polished floor, just with a color change, I think, to give that space a little bit more delineation, with a little kitchenette area. And then I just wanted to show too, with just our little mood board, I guess. The ceiling, we're looking at doing this transparent metal mesh, so you really can kind of see the utilities through there, give it kind of an industrial feel, but also gives you a little bit more comfort with that lower ceiling. But we could put lights above it. I think it would be cool to put the fans, some rotating fans above the ceiling. This mesh is very open as far as airflow. So air would blow down through it. But I think it'd be cool to see, some fans moving above it to cool it off when we need to cool it off, and the lights above it, and kind of have it be this kind of cool industrial look. I'm just going to scroll through this mood board just a little bit, just to kind of see also some of the finishes and finish schemes that we could use as far as colors and materials that are a little bit more industrial but look really nice together. Anyway, let me know if any of those jog any thoughts or ideas also. All right, so back to our walkthrough a little bit, just to give an idea. So you can imagine as we're walking through this, that ceiling that you can see through and see the utilities above it, how that would kind of work nicely with the space. And also you have to imagine everything above here as we're flying around. But I think this is just gonna look really cool with in the warehouse setting. Let's see how it kind of starts to feel in that space with the storefront and then that viewing window into the meeting room there. Just an idea of this kitchen area with some open shelving, some closed shelving with a sink. And then should mention too, we have this utility sink on the outside. This is for really this one big reason is to save this sink on the inside, so we're not dumping warehouse thing using that sink for warehouse activities, but gives us kind of a real solid stainless steel sink and counter wet area that the warehouse can utilize without messing up that lounge area. All right, we're gonna jump back outside for a second and then just come up above and turn off the roof and the ceiling. So we can kind of look at this in a plan view, just get an idea of what how these spaces are laying out. So again, this is our lobby, reception, office area, coming into the little racetrack corridor here with our two toilets. So down the hall with our two offices and then a meeting room at the end with our storefront area there. We're gonna have our server comm room off of the corridor and then also off of the warehouse. So the toilets are accessible from the lounge through that door to there, easily accessible toilet, and then another one here, which is easily accessible for clients right through that door. It's easy to find. First door that you see coming through there. And for these offices to also have a second toilet. And then our large multi-purpose room. You can see how that kind of lays out in the larger warehouse setting. All right, so hopefully that kind of gives a good idea of some of the design directions that we're taking. This is a working model, so we're looking for feedback, things that you like, things that you don't like, things that you'd like to see changed. Hopefully that helps to visualize the direction we're going right now. Thanks.